field. And I was quite robust in writing the descriptions. I somehow like to sit down at my computer and write. So I won't read them all to you. They're on display. But it goes on for several more paragraphs about how great Encheng Company is. And I know firsthand, Luce is one of my heroes. Thank you so much. In this modern era, you need to access technology to be able to get your message out. And then I can stand on a soapbox on Times Square, but tourists would just take pictures of me and wonder why I didn't have a Barney suit on. But the internet allows you to actually get your message out there. We partnered with a wonderful technology firm called Webster's. And if James can come up and accept a certificate of appreciation, they are actually at the Tides Center, the Peru Center at the Tides Foundation down on 55 Exchange Place that we've just given up because we now have 2 storefronts on 2nd Avenue I'll be telling you about. So this is James, and he is the brains of Webster's, and if we can get the certificate of appreciation. Webster's is a 501c3 organization, a technology service provider with a comprehensive range of internet design, development, and marketing solutions for the nonprofit community. Obviously, without a voice out there, all of us NGOs perish. Through James and Webster's and his great team dedicated to helping us get our message out there, he allows us to stay on mission and not mess around with bits and bytes and codes, but actually, in our case, focus on supporting young global leadership, and we leave the to his team. And for that, we're enormously appreciative. The stewardship report was put together by Webster's, and our foundation websites and stewardship report, International University Center, Haiti, Orphans International, worldwide, etc. So a round of applause for James and Webster's. Thank you so much.
Well good.
Great, thank you. Many of you know quite a bit about us, some of you know less about us, so let me just give you a 30-second brief. We're a foundation, so of course we give cash, but we don't have as much cash as most foundations. And my passion from high school, for whatever reason, is writing. I like to write. And 4 years ago I was asked by Luce, who was one of our sponsors and is now senior editor of the Huffington Post and a good friend of Ariana, to begin to chronicle my travels around the world. And I began to write for the Huffington Post, and I just published my 300th story, and it's quite a lot of fun. I sit there, sometimes people ask me, what are you thinking when you write? I take whatever I'm learning about, and I pretend that I'm writing my big sister in Chicago. I try to take whatever idea is and explain it to my older sister. So I'm trying to take psychiatric work and explain it to architects, architectural work and explain it to surgeons, whatever it is. They're intelligent people, but they don't necessarily talk to each other's profession. So I try to, I'm not talking to the 6th grade level, but I'm trying to have people talk to each other. And so I always use my older sister as my mentor, who I'm communicating to. But because of this, I said to the Lady Piper, can we have our mission be not only give cash, but to give spotlighting? And they said, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I give a gift of public relations. I give a gift of writing about people, and I like to pull together, 10, 20, 30 interns to help us push stories out. So the Lady Piper said, well, that's unusual, but we can ask New York State. And they went to the Department of Charities, and the Department of Charities said, are you nuts? The foundation gives money. That's what foundations do. And so they came back and said, well, that's not going to work. And I was kind of annoyed. I said, I thought you guys were our law firm and you're supposed to do what we want. This is what I want. So they went back, and basically New York State said, this is like marriage. Everyone knows marriage is between a man and a woman. A foundation gives money. This is the world. And so I told the LA to push. Daily Piper. They pushed for a year and a half, and in this August, our foundation became the first foundation in New York State, and we believe the first foundation anywhere in the United States to have a formal charter to give away micro grants and to also give away spotlighting. And tonight we will be giving our biggest spotlighting grant in our short history, which I'm very excited about, but this is now legal. It's not just made up. It's actually part of our charter, part of our mission. And that is what we do as our foundation mission, supporting young global leadership through small contributions and through spotlighting. So you'll be hearing more about that tonight. Now, we have Kat Conlon and several other people from the American University of Afghanistan. I have met their rector, their president, Michael Smith, here in New York. We launched our own Afghan fund last spring in the Tide Center, and we had several very, very prominent people come. And I was really taken with the American University of Afghanistan, and it reminded me a little bit of Haiti. And people were like, Haiti, Afghanistan, they have nothing in common. But actually, if you think about it, can you name, other than maybe Iraq or Somalia, any country in the world that has as much press, that's bad press, as Afghanistan or Haiti? It's just constantly in the news, and I'm thinking, I don't know Afghanistan that well, but there's wonderful things in Haiti that are never, ever, ever mentioned. CNN only covers the negative, and I'm assuming it's the same in Afghanistan. And so I started to say, what would happen if you got your kids, your students, to begin to write a story a day that we could edit our team and get out there through the Huffington Post, Daily Post, the Stewardship Report, and actually many other platforms are coming to us and asking us for content, talking about really good stuff in Afghanistan. How I survived the Taliban, why my grandmother is the best cook in Afghanistan, whatever it would be, handicrafts, anything positive, the history of the country, the culture, the arts, anything uplifting of the human spirit. And so if you can come and join us, we asked them if they would like to be a recipient of this conceptual grant, and they said yes, much to my surprise. Now I actually have to do it, but I was very excited, and with that, let me give it to you.
Thank you, Jim, for the kind introduction and the opportunity to be here this evening with so many distinguished guests. In advance, I'd like to send the regards of Dr. Michael Smith, the president of AUAF, and Leslie Schweitzer, who serves on the board of the university, and is also the president and chairman of the Friends of the American University of Afghanistan. Leslie was supposed to speak here tonight, but unfortunately she came down with the flu, so you all are stuck with me. It's really an honor to be here this evening. As you all know, the James J. Dudley Luce Foundation has been incredibly supportive of AUAF. The foundation and the university both share the belief that while there is great progress being made in Afghanistan, mainstream media oftentimes focuses on issues of violence, instability, and corruption instead. While Afghanistan still faces considerable challenges in strengthening its economy, government, and civil society, an astonishing amount of progress has been made since 2001. Since the fall of the Taliban, overall school enrollment has gone from 1 million to 7.2 million students in 2011. Female enrollment has grown from under 1% to 37% during that same time frame. The population of the city of Kabul has grown from under 500,000 to roughly 4.5 million. And mobile phone subscription has grown from roughly 100,000 to 15.5 million since 2001. This is especially impressive considering the entire country's population is an estimated 35 million. I'm also personally proud of the progress the American University of Afghanistan has made since its founding in 2006. I'd like to give you all a few facts and figures on the university. AUF was founded as the country's first private, not-for-profit, independent co-ed university in the history of Afghanistan. Student enrollment has grown from just 53 in 2006 to 2,000 among all of its programs. Female enrollment has now reached 28%, and this semester's incoming freshman class is actually at 52% female enrollment. The university offers 4 undergraduate degrees, the country's first MBA, and will start a law school in partnership with Stanford University this January. The qualities of these programs have attracted students from all 34 provinces in Afghanistan. The university has graduated 2 classes, and I'm pleased to say this past class actually had 12% Fulbright scholars. Another major achievement for the university will come next month when the university opens the International Center for Afghan Women's Economic Development. The center will serve to coordinate international Afghan efforts for advancing the role of women in Afghanistan's economy. It will be the only place in Afghanistan dedicated to provide space for women to meet with academic, business, and government partners to work together to advance women in Afghanistan's economy. While much has been accomplished in this short amount of time, the university still needs all the help it can get. 70% of AU students currently receive financial aid, and we will anticipate in continuing years to come, especially with the withdrawal of international engagement, even more help than that. To support increased enrollment, AUAF will need to raise $35 million to complete construction of its new international campus. We intend for AUAF to be a lasting legacy of U.S. support. Our goal is to create the next generation of leaders, both men and women. They will drive the public sector development and ensure human rights and gender equality. We are tremendously grateful for the support the Luce Foundation has given us. The opportunity to share this story is equally as important as the story itself. In closing, I welcome you all to participate in this progress. Thank you so much.